Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Now what this video is going to be about is this player survey. Now this is probably one of the most exciting and interesting survey that they probably ever done. Bear with me because this is more interesting than you can think about. I'm already getting messages on Discord, on the game, emails that people want to join my server. Well, hold your horses because they haven't even done the update. This is basically just a survey. I'm gonna go through it because I felt that is a really need to go through it, and obviously I will give you some explanation, at least from my point of view, because I already have played some of the games where they already allowed this type of migration. So I'm gonna go through it and explain it to you. So let me get back into the game. So greetings governors, we are developing a new system to allow governors to switch servers. Holy Jesus. Wow. And we would love to hear your opinion. To complete a short survey and share your suggestion, governors who completed the survey will receive a special award via the in-game mailbox within 2 weeks. Thanks for your support. Alright, so let's click here. Let me make sure that you guys see the same thing. Alright, so you guys see the same thing. I already done this. I'm not sure if it's gonna work 2 times, but I'm just gonna put it in, press next. Alright, so it allows me. Rise of Kingdoms player survey. Would you be interested to switch your character over to another server? Very interested. This is a new thing, guys. Even if you don't want it, you have to think about the others that want it. This is a new thing and I really hope that it's going to be implemented. So I'm very interested. Then you press next. So we are going to complete this together. Why are you interested in switching servers? I have special enemy on another server and I want to attack him or her. Well, that is very, very possible. It is. I have extremely high power for my server. I can't find a worthy opponent. This is again very, very true. Nothing special. Just bored. Curious. How about that? Fighting is too intense on my server and I can barely survive. That's not for me. I have a friend on another server and we want to play together. How about that? Not enough players on my server speak my language. Failed to capture a holy site or the lost temple on my server. I want to plunder resources from players on another server. Could be possible. Not enough players on my server and it's getting boring. Other. I'm not sure if there are any others, but anyway. I have a friend on another server and we want to play together. Alright. Would you prefer if players on your server could switch to other servers? Yes, of course. Could switch. Of course. Well, it's basically the same thing. We're talking about the migration, so yes. Do you think you could find more suitable alliance on another server? Well, I'm not sure if I can, but the reason I'm clicking yes is because for the people who want to move, because it's basically this, they're kind of asking the same thing. It's just under different question. You understand? So it's a little bit of a mind trick, if you want to call it like that. And obviously, if you don't like your server, you want to play with your server, so obviously you're going to find a suitable alliance on another server. I don't need another alliance, you know, I have a very good alliance, I'm happy with it. We could use players in it, that is very true, but I'm happy with my alliance. I just do this for others, so there is more and more chances that this is going to be implemented. Which of the following server switch system would you find acceptable? Governors must pay to switch servers. Only active governors can switch servers. Governors can switch servers for free, no preference. Now, I'm gonna hold here for a moment and try to explain to you. If they're gonna make this free, like governors can switch servers for free or only active governors can switch servers, I'm not sure what they mean by that, because the moment you log in, you're going to be an active governor, isn't it? I suppose so. Or anyway, I'm not entirely sure what do I mean by active governors. Governors can switch server for free. I do not agree with this. as much as we all want free things, I don't agree with governors can switch servers for free. For a couple of reasons. One is gonna cause imbalance. If people can move for free, they will just move out of curiosity. You understand what I'm trying to say? And that's gonna cause imbalance in some servers. You know, they're just gonna be curious. Let's see how this works. We just move to that server, we cause havoc, then we move back to our server. If it's free, they will do that. So you can't have a free server switch. That is the truth. People can generate resources and then can move back, and this is gonna cause a serious imbalance if it's going to be free. You know what I mean? It has to be something costly. You have to pay some, and it's probably not gonna be cash, but it's probably gonna be gems, most likely. The reason I'm saying that is because this was the same way in Art of Conquest. Now you know that when I started my channel, I started with that game, which was called Art of Conquest. They allowed migration on that game as well. We had a survey again, like similar with this one, and then it was implemented after a while. Well, it kind of did populate the servers, or some servers, but it was so about it. The only problem with it was that you couldn't join new servers. So this is something that you want to bear in mind, which is not going to happen. There was a 1 month period time. So whenever you were switching servers, you had a 1 month cooldown. You couldn't switch servers after 1 month. And I highly agree that it should be at least 1 month. I would even put 2 months, because that would give people a lot of time to think if they actually want to switch servers or not. So I would say that 1 month should be minimum. I would put 2 months if it would be after me. I mean, you want to switch servers, it's not like you're changing your shoes, you know what I mean? So yeah, 1 month. Next. And the cost of switching servers, the currency there was linari. They were called linari, and like we have here gems. The same way we have here gems is the same way that was there costing linari. It was a power based. So for example, if you would have moved to a new server, like let's say you are server 100, you cannot go to 101. So if you are server 1100, you cannot go to 1101. You can go to any servers under you, but you cannot go to any servers on top of you. So that's how the migration was there. I was in Kingdom 33 there, so I was pretty pinned down, because we were like already 16 merged servers. So it was 17 to 33, we were already merged together. So only way I could have gone lower was like server 16 and lower, which they were already merged as well. So for me it was pretty silly. I couldn't basically benefit from this, but other could have come to my server. So yeah. And when you want to come back, I mean, if you're not happy with the server, you move on. You can always go back to your server, but again, you cannot go higher. So that's going to be your limit. I mean, if you have an account in, let's say, server 300, you have like 300 servers, you can keep trying over time. And then if something you don't like, you know, after 6 months, you can go back to your 300 server. But me, I'm in server 16, 1016. I cannot go in anywhere higher. I can only go lower, and there is no reason to go any lower. Do you agree that it should be harder for higher power governors to switch servers? I absolutely agree. Because if it's going to be very easy for them to move, they can just move, cause havoc, you know, for a month, and then they just come back and recover, which I disagree with, and I believe that you guys can disagree with as well. So yeah, I'm not sure how to say this. Probably some higher power players which probably want to join me, but this is the truth. This is the truth, guys. I can't think just for 1 or 2 players. You have to think for the majority. If it's gonna be too easy for power players to move servers, it's gonna cause an imbalance. It's gonna cause a huge imbalance. There are servers where there are no whales. You know, like the highest power player is like 30 million. So imagine if someone with 70 million would just go there, or 100 million. You know, it will be very easy. He will be probably king for a month, but he will also zero like 100 players, you know, and have fun as much as he wants. So you cannot have this. Do you agree that it should be harder? Yes, I absolutely agree. We have to select this one. Do you agree that kings should be able to set maximum power limit for governors switching into their kingdoms? I absolutely disagree. I absolutely disagree. Now, the reason I disagree is because there are many kings who basically dominate the server, and the people are not happy. So what about them? That king is gonna put a so high limit power that no one is going to reach. That means that no one can join that server, and he's still gonna be king, and the other people are still going to be unhappy. I absolutely disagree. The king shouldn't be able to have this particular power. If they do this, if they ever do this type of migration, you know, they should just set the limits. They should just set the barums from the beginning. So I absolutely disagree. What maximum power limit for switching servers do you think would ensure balance? This is by maximum power, so don't select 20 million. Anything that is over 20 million cannot switch servers. So you have to put no limit. I put no limit. There has to be a minimum limit. You can't have 500,000 power players or 2 million power players just moving around. But you can't, you know, stop a 25 million, a 30 million, or a 40 million player to move from his kingdom if he's unhappy. You know what I mean? So this is the only good options that I see fit from what are they selecting here. So what's the maximum power limit for switching servers do you think would ensure balance? There should be any limit. If you put 20 million, as I mentioned, there's anyone that is going to be over 20 million is not going to be able to move. So I just put no limit. But it should actually be a minimum limit. Like, if you want to ask me, no one under 10 million should be able to move. Or maybe 5 million, but I would say under 10 million. People need to experience the first months of a new kingdom. That's the best experience you can get into the game. After that, things are getting more complicated. And yeah, if you want to move servers or kingdoms, I keep calling them servers, kingdoms, then it's going to be your choice. So no limit. Do you agree that certain extremely powerful legendary commanders should be temporarily unavailable to governors after switching servers? I absolutely disagree. Those powerful commanders, they are also in the wheel event. So what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Why shouldn't everyone have access to all the commanders? Why extremely powerful legendary commanders should be temporarily unavailable to governors after switching server? I mean, if I have a level 60 Richard and I go to another kingdom, I'm not going to be able to use it. So what's the point of my investment? It makes no sense. So I absolutely disagree. Next. Do you have any other suggestions for server switching? I might have a couple, but the keyboard is not popping. Oh, I can type. All right. Add barbarians fort search button. How about that? All right. So I highly agree with that we need barbarian fort search button. This is something that we really need. I'm spending so much time lately because I'm doing a lot of forts, and I'm not to mention others who are already doing it for a while. A couple of other things or suggestions is that, like I was mentioning before, there should be a minimum power limit for server switching, aka 5 million or higher. Yeah, something like that. I hope they understand. That's pretty much about it. I'm not sure what other things could come in my mind. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. If I press submit, your response has been recorded. Submit another response. No, thank you very much. I do not want that. I'm quite alright with that response. Now that unfortunately this is like a 15 minutes video. So yeah, that has been crazy. I'm super hyped about it, guys. I'm super hyped about it, and I knew that at some point it might happen because they have done this in the previous game. So basically they have the code, they have the coding, so all they had to do is just how to say it, just apply it to this game. It wouldn't be really hard for them to do that, right? We have tonight the live stream, and definitely we're gonna debate a lot about it, and there's gonna be a lot to digest about it. This is nothing that is gonna happen anytime soon, but to give you a more detail or what I think more about it, there's gonna be KVK. So KVK is gonna be in about a month and something from the date of this video, which they announced it is gonna be before end of April. So before the end of April, that gives us like 1.5 months. After KVK, migration will be very needed. So that gives us about 2-3 months before this migration will be possible. KVK is probably gonna be the first wave is probably gonna be a bloodbath, and I don't know how nicely else to put it. There's probably gonna be a lot of people quitting, and some servers will need population, some servers will need activity, or some servers just look for activity. So that means that they might do mass migrations to other servers so they can look for challenges. This is just my presumptions, but yeah, if they posted this about the migration, it's definitely gonna have something to do with KVK. So after KVK they are probably expecting something that is going to happen, like I mentioned, maybe a mass dropout. Yeah, guys, remember, if you want to survive the KVK, peace shield. Don't sleep on this year knowing that you're gonna be safe. If KVK is gonna start, you have to use peace shields if you want to save your investment, if you want to save your troops. That's all I have to say. Right, until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Peace out, yo, and take care.